What's going on? This is the first episode of the What's Happening podcast. I'm Danny.
I'm Alex, pleased to meet you.
And yeah, we're just going to be sitting here chatting shit for like maybe an hour. And that's pretty much it. I'm just going to get straight into it, start doing an introduction. I have been thinking this week a little bit about the last year with the whole COVID thing that's been going on. One thing I noticed all over the news, all over like social media and that sort of stuff was celebrities who were completely out of touch with the vast majority of people coming out with absolute bullshit. So what I've done, right?
Well, like the Imagine video and that, remember that?
Yeah.
That was over a year ago, that wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fucking ages.
I've still got PTSD from that, to be fair. Like,
yeah, it's no
I can't listen to that tune anymore without seeing horrific celebrities singing into a thing.
Well, yeah, look, what I've done was a screenshot of a couple of quotes from a few rather famous people. There's only 3 of them, but the first one is from an actress called Jamie King, and she said, and I quote, "Thank you, coronavirus. Thank you for shaking us and showing us that we are dependent on something much bigger than we think." Which means absolutely fuck all to start with.
Another nothing statement in it, I think, to be fair. It's one of them things where they want to try and seem like they're doing something, but at the same
Nothing's
time,
going on.
just gives a quid.
Yeah, just donate your own
I got
money.
furloughed, do you know what I mean? Like, I was doing fucking nothing.
Not even full wages. Just makes me like do you know what I was thinking? Imagine someone says that to you in like an actual conversation as well. Like imagine your nan just died of COVID. You went out for a little drink with the boys, trying to take your mind off what's going on and that. You know, you sit down, you get the quote up, you mate, how you feeling? Like, you're all right. You're like, it's a bit rough, you know. Nan's died of coronavirus. And he goes, yeah, but if you think about it, aren't you glad that it's shaking you and showed you that you're dependent on something much bigger than you think?
Shut up, lad.
No,
immediately. There's no comeback there. You can't even have a conversation off it, though.
That cuts off any conversational path that is possible from that.
Yeah.
She said so many words, but nothing
Nothing
at the
happened.
same time. Next quote I've got is from Ellen DeGeneres. And she said one thing...
Sexy, though.
Yeah, no.
What?
No. One thing she
I
said...
think you're related to her.
One thing she said was, she said, one thing I've learned from being in quarantine is that people... This is like being in jail, is what it is.
Only because everyone hates her. She got cancelled, didn't she, halfway through?
I don't even know why. Apparently she was like beating her staff. Was that what it was? Was she like, not paying them?
Not paying them, giving them digs every now and again, I think.
But like, what pissed me off with that though was I read that, right, and my first thought was Ellen DeGeneres. How big do they reckon their fucking house is? How much land and how many separate pools?
I'm so happy you said house then, you know. Like, I thought you were going to go down a horrible route.
How big do you think her fucking house is with all that land, right? And she's going, this is like being imprisoned. I'm there in a bedroom that's no bigger than a kitchen, right? Proper average size, pretty much a box room. And she's going to me, isn't it like jail? Isn't this awful?
Might be like an Epstein situation now, and she's got like a full jail and she's just being dead honest. Living here is like being in jail. Yeah.
I am literally currently imprisoned for crimes against humanity. And the last quote though, this is the last one that I got, and this is the one that it pissed me off so much when I read it. It's from Elon Musk of all people, who I'm still a little bit convinced is evil. I don't think he's got good plans. He said the coronavirus panic is dumb, which everyone's got their opinion.
The what? Say that again, sorry mate.
The coronavirus panic is dumb. Shouldn't be panicking about COVID. Coming from a man who's designed and built an entire company based off escaping the planet.
You'd look at it, wouldn't you?
He's like, don't worry about it. I'm just getting off though. I'm going to try and colonise Mars. You should all stay here. As I say, don't panic.
He doesn't get a say though either though. Like, he doesn't get a say. He's horrible, Elon Musk. I think you're right. I think he's got horrible plans. Yeah, I don't think him going to the moon's like him having a holiday.
No.
Or him making like electric cars. It's like, we're doing it for you. He's doing it for some
absolutely not.
Batman reasons.
Did you see
Psycho.
Tesla are building robots now?
They're the mad ones that like jump over stuff.
No,
and, like,
no. I'm going to show you. I don't know how real these are, bear in mind, but apparently, Tesla robot, right? Apparently they're going to be like 5'9" or something like that, right?
I'm 5'10", you know. I reckon I'll have one then.
That's apparently what they want it to look like. If there's any way of putting a picture on the screen now, we will show you this. That's apparently what they're going to look like. I've seen the film I, Robot and all the Terminator films. I'm pretty certain that's not going to go very well.
No. This is dead off topic, but just because you said I, Robot, I work with a lad.
Yeah.
Who I said to him what's your favourite film of all time? And he said, I, Robot and Spy Kids 3. What the fuck? It's not even the best robot film.
It's not even the best Spy Kids. The first one set the bar, the other two did not meet that bar whatsoever. I was Fucking, do you know what? Actually, you work in here as well, the Baltic Market. If you don't know what the Baltic Market is.
Shout out to the Baltic Market.
Yeah, thank you for letting us use the place as well. We're paying you nothing for the evening.
But thank you,
but also more for you for letting us. But no, you were saying before you've had some fairly mad shit happen while you've been working within the walls of the Baltic Market. What stories have you like? And has there been any situations that you've been genuinely uncomfortable in or proper awkward situations?
Little tiny ones every now and again. One of my mates, Jake, volleyed an ice cube across the bar and just hit this bird right in the chin here. And you can't see it off the camera. I ran from the bar just out the back fire exit until I could just leg it and just hid around the corner until she'd left. Just lost the plot completely. I had another one where it was the end of the night. I was cleaning, not much music going on. And a woman comes to the bar and shouted, "Can I have 2 gin and tonics?" I was like, "Can I have 2 gin and tonics?" I went, whoa. You've got to stop shouting immediately.
Yeah, please stop.
And she went, "No, I have to," and just appeared to show this absolute space station of a hearing aid on her ear.
I was like, that sticks to the head.
Oh yeah, it was like some sort of
like a little helipad on the back of your head.
I've never felt as bad in the whole of my life. She got free drinks like for the rest of the week.
Understandable.
And then we rolled her out in a wheelchair. No, she wasn't in a wheelchair.
I think she just left her outside.
See you later.
It was raining.
The hail was
good. The taxi was on the way. There was
an easy way. Like
she didn't need a seat, but we put her outside.
It is what it is.
Singing the vibe.
God's problem now. No, it's not.
Hope you get home
Brunswick
safe.
Dock, she's just backstroking, trying to get
legs are just flopping. But no, I think the worst thing that's ever happened to me while I've been in a job, I used to be the manager of like a sales floor basically. The worst job I've ever had. It was like a proper high responsibility job. I was 19 years of age. I should not have been in that job anyway. And there was a girl I was in college with. I'm not going to say her name because I'm not allowed then. But when we were in college, it was like it was known that there was a bit of an odour, let's say.
Oh, she stank.
She stunk.
Not yet.
A lot. It was, but like, and I'm not even saying this to try and like make a joke of it. It was she was genuinely the worst smelling human being I've ever came across. From different rooms, it was almost like it came through the walls in a way. And I'm the manager of the sales floor, like, and there was another lad who managed it with me. We would start to just split it, split the responsibility. And we were doing interviews one day, and this same girl from the college has come in. I knew she was coming in because the office, like the lobby, was like 3 floors down, and you could smell it almost instantly.
A green smoke thing, like on Scooby-Doo, coming up the lift.
Vents and shit,
like flies around her head.
Asbestos, fucking office tiles.
Melting.
But she came in the room, and she was a bigger girl, let's just say. So as she sat down, there was a horizontal, and as she sat down, there was a loud thud, if anything, and straight away, like I'm sort of sitting there, like, how are you doing? So how have you been? And like obviously, like she was a nice enough girl, don't get me wrong, but there was just a hideous smell, really badly. And so she sat down, we've interviewed her, the other lad was like, you know what, I think she'd be ideal for the job. And he didn't mention the smell, so I thought, I'm not going to be the dickhead who brings it up. And she did stink, though I wasn't going to be the one to bring it up. So I was like, yeah, Sam, we'll get it in for the second interview. She comes back in like the next week, get the job, whatever. And she was alright at the job, she wasn't actually that bad at the job. Just the hygiene wasn't really up to scratch. And after like a week or 2 weeks, there was other people who worked there who were starting to complain about the smell quite a bit. Because they were struggling to breathe, coughing up blood, you know what?
Just dying, like The Walking Dead after a week with bowel.
We had 3 desks in the office. She had the desk to herself though, so everyone was a winner. And but no, yeah, people started to proper complain about it. And so obviously, like, we had to pull it in for a chat about it. And the other lad said to me, well, like, you know it, you've got to have the conversation. And I didn't know it. I went to college with her like maybe 2 years before that. You know, I hadn't seen her since we were mates. I prefer my mates.
Did she smell worse when she came back?
It was sort of like, I wouldn't say worse, but you know, because it's been a couple of years since I've seen her, you remember she was the one that stunk, but you forget how bad
it was.
And as soon as she walks in the room and the door's locked, like the windows
like
fog
smeg and piss everywhere.
The windows start condensating, like, it's hard, paper starts sticking to the table, it's getting all moist and that, like, it's getting all damp in the room and that. And so I've had to pull it in the office for the chat, and like, I was thinking like they would try and be subtle about it, like just put like a link set on the table.
Yeah, just for breezer.
Just slide this link. So I just thought, nah, I've got it's a little goodie bag.
We're all having them today.
Within the goodie bag, you may find toiletries.
Antidepressants, I said then instead of anti. What's it called?
Antiperspirants.
Oh, I said antihistamines then as well.
Antidepressants. But I thought I'm going to have to just sit down, be professional, have a conversation with her. So I sat down and I was like, I tried to be very casual with it. I was in college, so I can't be like, Sarah in boot. I've just said her name. Her name was Sarah. I'm not going to say her surname, but her name was Sarah. I've had to sort of like sit her down. And,
every Sarah you know now is watching this, just smelling her armpits.
Was it me?
Having a go with
yes,
that. Oh,
it was you.
Definitely me.
So like, I had to sit her down. I was like, I'm not going to be sitting there then straight by hello Sarah. You smell a bit. So I thought I'd try and be casual with it. And like, but like as soon as she sat down, I had to be like, look, can you come in the office for a sec? Just have a little chat in there. I've been feeling dead confident. I'm like, I was going to be dead clean and concise. She's going to be very understanding. This conversation's going to go perfectly. She may even get a shower. And we're optimistic. We've got a jet wash.
In the garden.
So she sat down, and like as soon as she sat down, my ass just fell out. I've went to bits, and I've been like, remember in college when people used to say, I don't know if it's true or not, that there was a little bit of a smell, and I've just been chatting shit, and she was like, well, why are you bringing that up? Within work, it's been 2 years.
She's taking the high ground.
And I was like, yeah, she's trying to railroad me, just like shut me off completely. She's like trying to make me seem like a dickhead, and I was trying to be so nice about it, but I thought I've got to be straight to the point. I was like, people in the office are starting to complain that there's a bit of a smell from you. I was like, if we could just ask, maybe just be a bit more regular with the hygiene. She didn't take it well. She started crying. To which I started to laugh and
wheeled her out.
Yeah, get out,
you.
God's problem. But no, it was. She didn't work there for much longer after that. She resigned about like 2 days later. Rather than just getting a shower, by the way, she decided to quit a whole job.
Imagine that.
To say, I will lose a living, I will die on this hill. Like hygiene, hygiene to
I'll
concept.
shower when Syria's free.
I'll shower when lost the whole job over it. But yeah, I just thought it was fucking ridiculous.
I've only ever had one sales job. I forgot. I wasn't going to talk about this, but they only paid me when I left, so fuck them. I sold biometric.
What's the company name?
Yeah, well, you'll know when I say this. There's only one here. There's only one company around here that it could be. Like fuck it, I'm not asked.
Grass them up.
They sell like biometric fingerprint scanners for construction sites. You like to get in and do your clocking in and out.
I thought you were going to say like there's only one of them around here. I was thinking, is it the Super Dry shop?
No.
Biometric fingerprints.
Yeah, like it's on. Anyway, and one of my first days going, you had to write down like. You have to do like a company like introduction thing.
Yeah, right, okay.
Isn't that like grim, this one, but it's just stupid. Like, and your name, Alex, like whatever. Yeah. And halfway down it said nickname. And I've only ever had one nickname in my life, and it was when I was in school. I got called Egg on Legs.
Right, we don't stop you there. We can't just brush over that one, right? Let's get to the bottom of it. Explain why you were called that.
I was a proper fat bastard. Like I'm a fat bastard now, but back then it was like...
It was actually visible.
Yeah, it was like...
Almost disturbing.
Documentary style, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I was in the shape of an egg, like, so they were like, egg on legs and all that.
That makes sense.
I lost weight, and then they called me Egghead, so it was always egg-related in our school.
Always egg.
We actually had a kid in our school who once had an egg butty for his lunch. To this day, his nickname is Egg Butty Head. What does that mean? Anyway, so I have never had a nickname. I've never had a nickname since then. So I saw a nickname and I went to my manager. I was like, hey, I haven't got one. He went, well, don't put anything. I was like, yeah, but it's my first day of the job. I was like, I'll write Turbo down.
As a nickname?
As a nickname, just to see.
Sorry, mate. Gary, did you hear that? He's just said Turbo. I'm not looking into the camera there. I'm looking at Gary behind the camera. You just heard him write his nicknames down as Turbo. Like you're an extra from Fast and Furious. That one, he's got like 3 lines. Like, this is Turbo. He's the one in Fast and Furious. He drives a Nissan or something, pulls up in a micro with a spoiler. This is Turbo.
Outside the Mackies in his micro, just me laughing.
Vin Diesel loves him.
My name's Turbo, mate.
It's actually a cash car, yeah. Hybrid engine, of course.
Taking 15-year-old birds back from Mackey's. No. Yeah, I swear.
Well, what it is, my mum's got a hip problem, so I get a car to take her to the shops. And I can use it whenever I want. Say turbo.
It's been a long time without you, my friend. No,
so anyway, turbo.
So I put turbo down. He's like, why? I went, I don't know. It's just funny, wouldn't it? Like someone might laugh, and then I had a joke about it. Put it in stupidly, sent it off. I didn't realise it gets sent to every other person on this big like sort of WhatsApp thing. Can't remember what it's called now. Again, thought nothing of it. A few people would come around and go, all right, turbo. I was like, turbo. And then my manager started calling me turbs. Like a shortening turbo. So I'm like, oh, here we go. So it's getting round now. I was like, this is the biggest regret in my life. The CEO of the company, who's this fella who's like a multimillionaire scientist fella, he's on the top floor.
Right.
I'll give you a little insight to him. This is maybe the bit I shouldn't say, but he sounds like it's getting deep now, but it's not. He came in one day, we were all getting told off the sales team for not making enough sales, not making enough leads, whatever.
Yeah.
And he comes in, he says, Dead David Brent, I'm not going to lie, like, this is the bit that's going to get me in trouble here, but beyond David Brent, and I'm sat there waiting for him, he walks past me, and he goes, I'll show you all something now. Gets on the big screen, goes onto YouTube and gets that Navy video. Have you ever seen it where this Navy SEAL in America does like inspirational speeches?
Oh, he was in the vest top, isn't he?
Yeah, he goes and he's like, way I make, what I do is I'm a Navy SEAL, I make my bed every morning. And we're sat there and he's just pointing at it. Walks out the thing and goes, did you enjoy that turbo? And I was like, oh no. It's done, I'm done. It's never call me that again. Bring egg on legs back. Tubby little cunts. I prefer anything.
Not turbo.
Not turbo.
No, I remember I actually got like sort of sick into working for the pyramid scheme for like 5 months. Yeah. Until it clicked in my head, this is actually very much a pyramid scheme. How long have we got left on this before it cuts off, Gary, by the way? Oh, sweet then, yeah. I started working there, and they made it out to me like it was going to be like by the time I was 21, I was gonna have like my own island and shit like that. And they were like, so what happens? You work here for 3 weeks as a salesperson, you promote to the team leader, and I'm thinking, okay. And they're going, after 3 weeks of a team leader, you're a manager. And I was thinking, this must be the corporate way. Yeah. I'm so glad I bought a suit for this.
They're giving it the Wall Street on your hand.
I'm so glad I bought I'm so glad I'm wearing a waistcoat for this. And then he's like, and after roughly 12 months, you actually own your own office. And I'm thinking, this is sick. I've worked here for 5 months. I'm not yet a team leader. It never happens. And then my mate was like, you're in a pyramid scheme. And I was like, it's not a pyramid scheme. I was like, I wear a suit. It's not a pyramid scheme. I was like, it's very official. And then fucking, they started saying to us about like, they started calling. Have you seen that episode of Always Sunny where Dee joined the pyramid scheme?
Yeah, it does a thing, yeah.
And they were telling us about it, and they were literally saying like it's like a tier level marketing thing. And I was thinking, no, this is actually a pyramid scheme. I was thinking this is, but like we used to get like inspirational quotes every morning, and it was always some like fat middle-aged Irish fella who financed the BM, something like that. And he'd be like, if I can get where I've got with just my personality,
you can do,
and selling gas and electric, I think you can get even further.
They do it now though. It's just a new thing of it now. Every other 6 months there's a new pyramid scheme.
It's awful.
Juices and crystals now, innit? That's what everyone loves.
Do you know what? I always think about them crystals, right? Imagine they actually were, you know, them ones that people say you put under the moon and you put them in like fucking, I don't know, holy water or something, and like the moon charges them and shit like that. Imagine they do work and everyone's just taking the piss out of them, and like the key to like eternal good luck and happiness is just a little stone on your window ledge in some holy water.
Imagine it though, like,
it makes no sense.
Probably won't get involved either though, to be fair. It's all the creams and stuff though. I knew I said crystals then, but you know, like the creams and like the juices and all that type of nonsense.
Like make the bags on the all eyes disappear in 14 seconds.
Yeah, and you're like, nah.
That's not cool for this game.
Have antioxidants and then it's all just shit.
It's bollocks. Do you know what, actually, some little thing as well I want to touch on, and I only really thought this when I went to the shop before to grab a drink. Do you know them magazines, like Take a Break magazines, which like only middle-aged women who are, if anything, too heavily tattooed. Read. So the first one we're actually going to look at is Take a Break. I just want to talk about some of the headlines on it because it's like the first one I'm going to read. He was so jealous of our bond. Hubby stabbed our baby to put him in care.
Easy start, like that one.
Yeah,
easy, like,
easy way.
Easy way into it. Is that the front page?
That's right there on the front page. Right there at the bottom. he stabbed a kid, a baby, no less, to put it in care because he apparently was jealous of how close the baby and the mum were. I'm not reading this, I'm just taking what I can from the headline. I'm going to say the first thing about it, to be honest. Don't think it's true.
Yeah, factually speaking.
Even remotely. That would have been front page news on a bit more of a credible media outlet.
What's more credible than Take a Break, you reckon?
Is there anything more credible in general British media than the Take a Break magazine? Another one.
Loose Women.
Here we go. Only the truth on Loose Women. Another one. There's 2 headlines I want to talk about on this. The first one is, I matched with a real cannibal on Tinder. He then came back for seconds and thirds in little quotation marks. I want to know.
A little a la carte.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've only noticed this. If you zoom in, it says bite marks, suggestively with what looked to be fairly obvious bite marks.
Didn't a celebrity get done for that?
Being a cannibal?
Yeah, like recent Army Hammer. Wasn't he like nibbling? He was like hugging. He's like an actor in America. This is gonna be libelous. This. I don't think this is true in any way. Like, I swear he was like hugging people and just nibbling little bits off them by their neck. No, I think that's just a lie. What I've just told you. Though.
Yeah, no. I really hope that's a lie. I want to get
He's
back
definitely a cannibal, though.
Yeah, I want to get back to matching with cannibals on Tinder. I wonder at what point did she find out he in fact was a cannibal?
Just woke up without a finger.
Just a really awkward first date. Where do you want to go
Excuse
for
me, Brian.
Yeah.
Just a quick one.
I'm pretty sure when we went to bed last night, I had, as far as I'm aware, all of my fingers. Woke up the next morning. I appear.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Stick that back on.
Just got like the nails have been bitten off and shit like that. And then the second one from the I've cut the Crime magazine. It's like the crime equivalent to Take a Break. Is she lit a barbecue under the bed to gas the family to death. Oh no, sorry, wait there. I've missed a bit out. It actually is just above the headline. Meet mum. Meet mum. She lit a barbecue under the bed to gas the family to death.
Bloody hell.
Meet my mother. Little bit about her. Big fan of the Holocaust.
Yeah, big fan of you, blonde eye.
Yeah. Boy in the striped pajamas.
Funny film that, I think, though. Not a funny film. Like, let me just back up on this. I'm going to say.
Not even remotely.
Not remotely funny, but sort of like. No, 1 second. Let me just back what I'm going to do here.
Had the boy in the striped pajamas.
Sort of deserved. Not deserved in the way the kid should have died, but no, not the Holocaust. Let's forget that. Let's just take it from a point of view of the story of the boy in the striped pajamas.
Carry on flapping. This is the way this is going to go. You know, I don't
no,
know
it's only because I'm only saying it like, yeah, okay, hold my hands up. It is a bit of a mad thing, but
the Holocaust.
Not the Holocaust. In the boy in the striped pajamas, the character playing the boy in the striped pajamas should have just listened to his racist dad.
I've never seen the boy in the striped pajamas, so I really can't say whether or not that's...
His dad went, don't go play over there, that is bad to get fence, do not do it. And then he did, and then probably going to just have to cut this out.
No, we'll leave it in. It was a, if any, an emotional roller coaster. No, we'll leave it in, staying in. But, yeah, I've never actually seen. I've
been reading a book at the moment by Charles Manson, by the way. So if I come across a little like mass murder,
I'm not letting the excuse slide.
Mind your own business.
No. Which one haven't we looked at? This is a magazine called Real People. Again, similar to Take a Break, but I'm fairly certain she is not a real person.
Oh, I mean,
not even a little bit. We'll read some of the headlines, shall we? Life or death. My hubby survived suicide, but I'll help him die. I wish I was joking. I really do wish I was joking as well, right? But that is genuinely the headline of Real People. These are real people.
What's happened there? I mean, what's the writer thinking writing anything like that?
Yeah.
That's something you read in like a toilet wall somewhere. Like, it's stupid. It's just nonsense. This whole thing.
Yeah, and then another one that I've only just
him and then start. I don't know.
Yeah, no. So another one that I've only just noticed at the bottom of this one is silenced with an exclamation mark, Gary. Stabbed 27 times for catching evil pedo.
Is he the pedo or is he catching them?
Well, see, I thought the same thing. So what it seems to be, I'll read it again. Stabbed 27 times for catching an evil paedophile. So, did someone catch a pedo? And then because of that...
Well, it's like an Oliver Twist situation or something where they send the little kids out.
I really don't know.
So like a ringleader, and he goes, go and get him, and then like all these little kids run out and stab the catcher.
That one was not me sick. A C-section, I felt every slice. We're not reading any more into that one. That's
What's a C-section again?
It's like when a woman...
On the belly.
It's like struggling to give birth or doesn't want to give birth. yeah. It's like, no, we're not going down there. I don't even want to look at it. It's disgusting. We'll just go from the top. See what happens there. Another one here.
See what goes on.
Slut shamed because I wear this on the school run. I'm going to zoom in on this to show you. I'll send all these pictures over, Gary, as well. We can put these on the screen as well. It's not a problem. First things first. You can see your tits. Pretty much. Well, no, you can't. But we get the gist of the outfit.
I think to be fair, she can wear what she wants. Like,
no, of course. Like,
at the same time, no. At the same time,
I'm all for wear what you want. I really.
If my mum turned up to the school running that though.
No, yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck what you wear. Wear what you're comfortable in.
Yeah.
Unless I don't really understand now. I was saying to me this the other day. You've seen it more over here. I think it was mostly an American thing, but there's kids going around dressed as like mad anime characters in there.
Oh yeah.
And like they've got the fucking big pink hair sweeped over. They've got a pocket watch because.
I walked down Duke Street the other day.
Like that, you like go away. Like.
I walked past on Duke Street the other day, and I thought Pokemon Go, the app, had just got dead intense, and there was just a load of Pokemon walking around. There was 3 of them walking, and I swear she just had a pink bubble on top of her head.
See, this is what I'm saying.
I know. I'm not saying.
This is what I'm saying.
Wear what you want, be as weird as you want, everyone, but not that weird.
Yeah, maybe. And this is just a thought. Maybe don't dress like you're off Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not a good look, and people are trying not to bully people, and I feel like. It's going to make it very hard to not get bullied. I've got a few more headlines if we've got time for them. Like I think we have.
Keep going.
I've not read these, so we're going to be seeing these for the first time. Wed or dead? My boyfriend. Oh yeah, my boyfriend proposed, and then shot me in the face.
Instant regret.
Yeah, I thought.
Did he have a gun on him? Like, was it like?
I don't know whether
that's
it was
premeditated.
Will you marry me? Yes. Thank you.
That's like Married First Sight. Imagine that would make it well more interesting if Married at First Sight was, if he looks at you and goes, actually, I don't fancy you.
Just shoot him in the fucking face.
Just shoot him in the head.
See what happens.
Just slap him in the face.
We'll have to be on after 9 o'clock, of course. But yeah, another one. Be inspired. New ways with mints from under £1.50. 18 knits for autumn days for £13. So
this is an advert for What's Happening podcast.
Yeah. Sponsored by the Take a Break magazine. But no, it's like be inspired. So this is there to inspire. Yeah, Gary, prepare to be inspired.
Let be inspired.
Get the moon out. 15 new ways to cook with mince from under £1.50.
That's front page news as well.
It literally is, according to Take a Break magazine.
I can name bolognese.
Take a break. Right, another one. I've only just noticed all of these. I took like 3 pictures and there's just so many headlines. It says, secret in my pants, nearly killed me, why I couldn't reveal the truth. What could that even mean? A small child. He's grown from the groin in the last 12 months. What was happening with it?
A wart?
I don't know, lad. It said they could have it nearly killed her. So...
What, the fella had something in his pants that nearly killed someone else?
It's a woman. I'm assuming it's a woman purely because the picture on the front of the Take a Break magazine. It's a woman, and then right next to her face, she looks a little bit too happy considering the headline. She's like, she's really happy to be there, but then the headline reads, secret in my pants, nearly killed me.
Maybe she had one of the borrowers in there with a bow and arrow. Just going at a clit.
I don't even know what she could mean by that. I'm not even sure I want to know.
I'm not sure what I mean by it either.
No, nah. What's this one? Dogs made me a cancer fraud. That's just not even a sentence. That's just words thrown on a page. Dogs made me a cancer fraud.
You went into a room with guns and that.
Sniffer dogs that can smell illnesses.
Oh, I saw it from the point of view of the dogs have knocked on hers and been like, listen, we need money. You need to pretend you've got cancer.
Yeah.
And then they go, and she's like, I don't want to. She's like, do it.
Dogs trust the people.
Do you want me to bite you?
Yeah. What we'll do, we'll shave your head. He's got a laser. Bring
it out.
Bring him in. You sit there.
Don't you dogs normally play cards at the table?
You'll get sympathy cards in no time.
Would it be easier to sign on? Not the rules today.
I really don't know. But it just proper gets to me that, like, the thing is as well, though, you always think, why the fuck, like, there's people who go out and actually buy it and read that and be like, oh my God, I want to know more about the husband who stabbed the baby because he was jealous of how close the baby and the mum were with an attempt to put the baby into care. Let's see what happens there.
I feel like the headlines like this, though, the people who are reading it, I'm not saying everyone who's reading it, they're the ones who get their news off badly quoted Facebook pictures of Tom Hardy with white Times New Roman on it. You read about this?
Tom Hardy with smoking a biff then. It's just a quote over there. Coming over here. Stealing our jobs. I'm sharing it. I'm glad Tom Hardy said that. I'm glad he's an advocate for my side of the point. You know, I'm glad Tom Hardy sees it from where I
everyone's in the schoolyard showing everyone's seen this one about Tom Hardy.
Seen what Tom Hardy said, coming over here,
stealing our job. Even Tom Hardy said it, and he was in Peaky Blinders.
Tom Hardy said it, and he's wearing a leather jacket there, smoking a biff. But he's clued up on. He just bothered me.
Did you read him take a break the other day?
Do you know, before we wrap up, right? I understand you're a bit of a PC person. You said quite carefully with what you say. So I want your opinion on something before we wrap up. Gary, feel free to chime in.
It's about to get really deep. You about to tell me you murdered kittens on your days off or something?
No. Not kittens.
Puppies.
Yeah. But no, basically I got told the other week by someone that I committed a hate crime, right? I know that's a mad way to spiral into a story, right? So let me tell you about this hate crime I committed last week.
I feel like Oprah now.
This
is how it's going.
And
imagine.
And feel free to tell me if I'm wrong, by the way, because I genuinely don't know if I am, but it seemed like a bit of a stretch to call it a hate crime. Yeah. Because I in fact hate crime. No. So basically, one of my mates had been to a festival. He was on his way back on a coach with a few of his other mates. Now, unbeknown to me completely, but I just want to say as well, this story's not true, even remotely. So one of my mates rang him when he's on the coach back and said, I don't know if you heard what happened with Danny last night, but took a girl on a date. 20 minutes into the date, noticed she had a proper big Adam's apple. So basically what he said is, I've asked her, is she transgender? He used the word Sanny, so for the sake of this story,
that's the issue is that
being transparent. So he said Danny took a Sanny on a date, basically. He's been buying her drinks, then he's asked her, are you with Sanny? She said, yeah. So I've then legged it. So he's rang my mate when he's on the coach back, like, get on this, and said, Danny's done that. So then my mate's FaceTime me on a coach full of lads as well. Did you take a girl on the date? Did you realise she had an Adam's apple? So I put on Twitter, as if all the boys think, or as if a couple of the boys think, I've been taking a Sanny on a date. And I got a message off this girl and was like, please delete that tweet. It's transphobic. Which I can understand it maybe being transphobic. It probably is. But she was like, yes, I said, I won't delete it. Like, I was like, I don't think anyone's asked. I said, but if it is transphobic, whatever, I apologise. Then she was like, no, but you do realise that's a full-on hate crime. Is it?
Nah, I think the only issue in my head is it, because everyone speaks, everyone does this. I think it's just the terminology. The word tranny it's one of them things. That's the only thing she's going after there. I think you can say whatever you want. I think in a sense, but for me personally, I like the reason it's saying it is those sorts of words that might be perceived in that way. I just stick away from. But you know, you blonde hair, blue eyes, so you must be a Nazi.
It's. I'm not saying I can get away with it, but it's sort of.
It's not a hate crime though. I mean, I see hate crimes as.
It's in my genes.
It's also you're a comedian as well. I think as well as. It was in her genes. No. Cancel that one.
Yeah, cut that bit.
But yeah, no, I think you say what you want.
Yeah, I don't think the word Danny's a hate crime. And if you do see this and you do think the word Danny's a hate crime, grow up.
No, I think
it's not a hate crime.
I think everyone's. I would say it's they can not like it though, in my opinion.
I agree with not liking it, but like,
yeah,
I don't particularly like getting told that I look like fucking who is it? I got the most gay plats off Corrie, but man. It happens. Yeah. Someone said it looked like Maggie off Benetton the other week. I had my hair like that, and he was like, "You look like Maggie off Benetton," and I was like, "You horrible bastard."
I have only had Jack Black and Charles Manson.
I can see Charles Manson. Honestly, right? I honestly feel like if anybody I know was trying to like coerce me into a cult, it would be you, you know.
Yeah.
And that's purely based off your appeal.
Well, 100%. I'd sign up to the Illuminati tomorrow, though, mate.
I don't know.
I would, you know. Have you seen what they get?
No.
So you're saying
has
someone
anyone seen what they get? It's a very secret society.
Well, okay, the ones we look at.
We're trying to keep it on the down low, but get on this.
Yeah, would you get a knock on the door and went, "Hi, mate, we've got a spot going. Do you want to join in?" And you'd be like, "Who's there?" And you'd be like, Jay-Z, Beyonce, like all the crew. And you'd be like, "Yeah."
Oh, yeah.
I'll come.
Alex from Chester as well is coming.
Well, I don't see why not.
No, I don't
think... eat.
Nah, I just don't think I could. I like, the thing is, I love a good conspiracy theory, but
yeah.
I like knowing the fact that, like, it could, like, as much as I'll believe some of them and I'll get myself in a proper rabbit hole for like 2 weeks and then go, actually, there's no way Ellen DeGeneres is a reptile. Like, after weeks of thinking, no, she definitely is. Like, I like the fact that I think, but it could be bullshit though.
I like it. I think most
like, some of them are scary as fuck. I think there was one about like famous people who were like drinking babies' blood to stay young and shit like that, and I got into a proper rabbit hole with it, and I was like, yeah, no, Bill Clinton is dead.
The pizza one, and then the Wayfair one as well.
Pizza
yeah,
that
was a bit weird.
And it was like, what was the scariest bit in it? It was like, there was some actor who like apparently outed loads of them. It was like, and then Tom Hanks killed him for it, and I was like,
and now he's on an island where paedophiles live and that.
Yeah, I was like, did Tom Hanks kill somebody for calling him a paedophile?
They're good to read though, aren't they? I think I get into them a bit too much. Like, remember Wayfair,
about like the missing kids' names and shit like that.
Yeah, I still get. I'm on their mailing list, not in a bad way like that, but I still get like a Le Creuset pot or something every email to me. I'm like,
this week we've
what's
got
happening here?
12 Asian Alex. Like, I'll have 3. One for the living room, and 2 upstairs. Why not? Just being paid. It was fucking weird. Like, I remember it was during lockdown as well, and I got proper into them.
Some of them are funny. Some of the COVID. The reason I never got into the COVID ones, though, for me personally, and again, I'm not saying anything about anyone else, is I just didn't really get. I didn't believe them. There wasn't even an ounce to me, which was a bit thingy about it, and like, so I sort of stuck away. But when it comes to Illuminati lizard reptilians living under our very sewers and eating on spleens and that, I'm like, yeah, that's a possibility.
I just don't get it. Like, there's some people. Have you seen a fella on Instagram that recycled souls?
Yeah.
I would love to just get him here for half an hour, you know, and just be like, please tell me what goes.
Yeah.
Fuck off, lad, did you?
Yeah, watch that.
What's he like in person?
He's sound. He's all right. I had him on audio only.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a little rap battle against him, I reckon. There's a few of them I'd like to go
okay,
after.
like genuinely, like if you've met him and you've had like proper, like even off like camera, like you've had proper conversations with him, does he genuinely believe all the shit that he's coming out with? Like, he can speak an alien language. Did you see the video of him? He was walking around, lad, fuck knows what he's doing, but he was walking around Crocky Park, smoking a poly one night. He's walking around with his fucking fishing hat on and about 3 scarves, and he's bouncing around, and he's like, anything that is alive or has been alive, I can communicate with. And he goes, sometimes I open a tin of tuna. I'm not even messing. If you go far enough down on his Instagram, you will find this video. And he's going, I open a tin of tuna and, you know, it's telling me things. And he's like, sometimes the tree's telling me that in a few years I'm gonna be mates with the likes of Eminem and that. And I'm just thinking, yeah. Like, I don't know however he would come across that video. Eminem is gonna see that video and go, I love what he's done with the whole 3 scarves thing.
One of them.
I wonder what his views on the rap game are.
On my body, he told me he knows who killed John Lennon, but he can't say.
Everyone knows who killed John Lennon. His name's public knowledge,
isn't
it?
I feel like he's quite endearing me. I don't know about. Obviously, I think you're right what you're saying, but I think there's something about him that it kept me going to watch him. Like, do you know what I mean? There's people like that though. You get. I think he was one of them. I think.
I don't know, lad. It's just like he's. Lad, to be fair, he's smashing it though. Like, I remember seeing a video of him rapping in his back garden to, I think it was Homecoming, like fucking Coldplay and Kanye West, lad. Know what I mean?
I relate to him a bit, to be fair.
Chris Martin and Kanye West, lad, that he's in his back garden making all these mad noises, and then like he was in his house and he had all them crystals and shit like that. And
DMT over his nostrils.
yeah, just all over his face. Like that picture, seen the picture of Mike Tyson come out that club.
Yeah.
It was just, and he was making all these noises, like saying he was speaking like fucking, what was it? Was it ancient Egyptian? He was saying
Something
like
to do
an
with
alien
pyramids or
downloaded it, and he just picked this little thing up and goes, it's like this little pyramid crystal and goes Pyramado. And it's like
Pyramid on your head.
with an ancient language be so similar to. Have you seen that? Yeah. And it's like what sort? I want to know, because I'll watch the podcast as well, but I want to know what sort of shit.
Interesting podcast, like.
So it's audio only. It was before I went to video, so it's only audio. But there's some good bits on it. Like
it's funny. You got a good relationship with him now. I think there's like a good. I imagine it being quite difficult.
On my podcast, like there's a section where I ask people what they're willing to do for the payout, like horrible questions, and I asked them would like to go to like this religious country. And like a cow just blew up in front of him, they had to like bomb the cow's corpse and all that, and he's just looking at me going, what are you on about?
Why would you ask him that question?
The way he's looking at you like you're the psycho.
He's looking at you like, oh, wait till I tell Eminem this.
And then you know the meme page, the science tea or whatever, the Scouse meme page?
No.
So there's the picture of me and fucking Carlos and ours.
Who's Carlos?
Him.
Carlos, his name's
Carlos.
His name's Carlos, the lizard
what else
slayer.
would his name be?
Carlos the Lizard Slayer, like.
That's his other name.
Is that his legal name, is it?
Yeah, you got christened that like years ago.
This meme page took the picture of me and him, me and Recycled Souls, and put fucking Darren G's face on my head. He just did to me like that.
That's a cracker, that.
He's mad him as well. I'm not
Lad, he is crazy. You know, do you know why I seen him months ago? This was in work. We got out the van to get something sweet, and do you know that woman who shouts like Chanel down the street and that?
Oh.
I hope to fucking God that parrot dies, you know. I'm not even messing.
I'd get that parrot in a reverse guillotine, me.
I'd just kill it. Like
just holding it to
just
the
say, just volley it, lad.
No.
Did you see it?
No, not that. I don't tell that story.
But yeah,
another time.
No, you are now immediately gonna tell that story. You can't do that. I go, I'm not going to tell that story. I don't know the story.
Nah, it's
it involves a 9 iron, so strap in.
So when over lockdown, I had an audition for. There's a show on Dave.
Yeah. The Masters.
Called Unforgivable. It's only just come out recently, Unforgivable.
Right.
And it's Mel Broderick, the one who used to do Bake Off, and I auditioned for it over Zoom. And I've got a load of stories that are unforgivable. Yeah. And I filtered it down to the one I could tell and get away with on telly. So I went and told her the story. The story goes, we've always been through, I'm from Chester, so I play golf. Like, used to play golf quite a bit when I was younger.
Yeah. I can see that. So
about 13, 14, playing
golf.
golf.
People, bro.
Yeah, bro. Listen to grime. No, and playing golf this time, and I've hit a shot to the edge of this pond on the right. And
is it on a golf course? Is it? Or is
yeah. We're on a golf course. Yeah. I was a member of a golf course. And so anyway,
I've hit better than your average Joe.
So anyway, I've hit the ball and the thing. I've gone in the water. Didn't hear a splash and that. I was playing with this lad called Dave, who's from North Wales. He's a bit more streetwise than me. So he goes. So as we're getting round there, there's this seagull looking all filthy and that, and it's like.
Right, okay, I'm glad doing the impression.
Yeah, you have to do the impression.
Yeah.
And my ball's about 2 foot away, and I was like, I've hit the seagull in the head, like, and it broke its wing and stuff, so it's by the edge of the water.
What the fuck did you do with the 9 iron?
Yeah. So,
Gary, do you know where this is going?
He's put me over here, to be fair. But, we're all doing it. And I said to him, I went, what do I do to this Dave? And he was like, you have to kill it. I was like, why? He went, you have to kill it. I was like, why, the police coming or something like that? He's going to grass on us. I was like, no, you have to kill it. I was like, why? He went, to put it out of its misery. It's an old dead bird anyway. It's all dirty and that. Just kill it with one of your golf clubs and we'll put it in the water and it won't be in any pain. Yeah. I was like, nah, that's stupid. He's like, no, you've got to do it now. Like, that's how to do it. And I've trusted him because I thought, his mum owned like a caravan site in North Wales, so I thought he'd been around. I thought he's a bit more streetwise than me.
I thought he'd killed many a seagull.
Yeah, well, I did. I was like, you live by the sea, you probably had a go.
In terms of killing seagulls, he was clued up.
He knew what he was on about, like. So I got me 9 iron out, and I just whacked it in the head like about 5 or 6 times until it died. Just
right, yeah, I'm glad you're carrying on, like, yeah.
And
I'm glad you weren't
speaking. I was looking like I was talking and get it going. So there's blood and everything everywhere. I felt awful, like, to be fair. I was a bit like, that was the most harrowing experience in my life.
Yeah, no, man,
So we
so
just-
just a fucking seagull.
He had no
The
idea.
fucking 9, aren't you?
So I just got it and put it in the water, and it
right,
floated away.
Yeah.
It was only till about 2 years ago I realised that baby seagulls are brown and they hang around near the edges of waters and can't fly. So I haven't probably hit him with this golf ball, and I've just gone over and mercifully murdered a baby seagull. So I didn't get on the Dave show. She was laughing like she was like, it's funny,
put
but
that on Dave.
but I thought that would be all right, but
Yeah, no, do you know
I
what,
was the woke one you said before. Just letting you know.
He's very PC.
Very PC. Likes
not
his
a fan of
stuff.
seagulls.
No, to be fair, you couldn't do that with one of the seagulls around here now. They've seen how big
Lad,
they've
no,
got.
listen, I don't know whether I've told you this, right? I've got a story about this. Has happened to me twice, right? Have I got time to tell us, yeah, Gary? 3 minutes. Is that 3 minutes left? On this, Sad, yeah, cool, yeah. So basically, I was in town, they were talking about 2 years ago or something. I was in town with my mate. I'd literally just been to the Mackey's, double cheeseburger. You know the big Mackey's on the corner of Lord Street?
Yeah.
Walked out. As I'm walking down, I've got a cap on, so like I've got my head down, I'm eating this double cheeseburger, and I just feel this weight on my head, and I'm not even messing. It felt like probably the weight of like a child, right? It's on the back of my head, and then I seen wings, like flapping, and I see the beak was coming over like the top of my cap, trying to get it. Took the double cheeseburger out my hand and fucked off. I've took my cap off and looked around, thinking no one's seen that, no one knows. There must have been about 200 people, middle of town, middle of Liverpool, one, people are just looking right at me. My mates carried on walking and put us all up, carried on walking, so I've caught up with him, lad, what are you doing, getting off? He went, I'm not being seen with the kid, he's just been had off by a seagull, and then literally, so about a year after that, there or thereabouts, I was in town again, I'd just finished work, and I thought, I'm fucking starving, I finished work at like 8 o'clock, goes and gets a Mackey's. Don't know what I got, say a double cheeseburger again for argument's sake. And I've walked out, and I've been chatting to this like a homeless fella outside, so I've got him a burger as well, passed him this burger, said, alright mate, whatever, carried on. And then he's went, I've heard him go, watch out there, and I've literally about 3 footsteps, I've went, watch out there mate. I've looked up, I've got this fucking burger in my hand, 3 seagulls, like, they're just head height. One of them's just fucking took this burger and fucked off, and there's 3 of them fighting over it. I looks up, there's some, I don't know whether I'm even allowed to say this term or not, smackhead, right? He was a smackhead, like, you know what I mean? Just about, say, for me to like that bar stool in front of me, and he goes, well, I wouldn't have that. I was like, okay. What do you propose I do in that scenario? Like,
just takes off.
Excuse me. Sorry, please, just mind just giving us that burger back. Obviously, because he said he wouldn't have that, so I'm not going to have that. You know what I mean? Like, I was thinking, what the fuck? Where were you when I needed you there?
Yeah, I know. I'd have been there with the 9-9,
Oh,
chinning seagulls.
I put it, it's a little bit heavier on the head.
Yeah,
You get the one swinging there.
Right at the back.
There's 3 of them, I used to, but like, he looked furious.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't have that. I was like, go on, do something about it then, lad, because I'm having it, know what I mean? I'm getting on with my day, I'm not with it. Breaking the neck.
Straight the neck, mate.
I was like, I'm not sticking about for that, because I know I'm going to go in there and get another scan, I'm going to walk out, same thing's happening again, lad. Twice that I've been attacked by seagulls in like roughly the same place, lad.
That's why I don't like
Twice. Honestly, it was just like, what the fuck? I think, anyway, that's probably roughly where we're going to wrap up, because we need to get off, don't we? So, thank you to the Baltic Market for letting us use the space. Thanks to Gary for coming down, producing it with the cameras and the lights and the mics. He's going to do all the editing and that, so thanks to him. Thanks to Alex for being there. Thanks to whoever's been watching it, and we'll do another one in a couple of weeks. See you later.
See you later.